Hello, I am Tiffany Moore Russell, your Orange County Clerk of Court, and I welcome you to this edition of The Slice, a behind-the-scenes look at your clerk's office. Now, you all have probably seen Law and Order and any other court TV type show, and evidence is always whether it's going to be admitted or rejected by the judge. So today we're going to talk about evidence and how we handle it, and I'm here with Chris from my team, who is very experienced when it comes to handling evidence. So Chris, what is our role when it comes to evidence?
Our main role is to preserve the evidence in the original form that it was admitted into the courtroom, so that in 5 years down the road, if there's an appeal, we could present that evidence back for any reasons needed.
All right, so walk our viewers with us through the process.
All right, so what will happen is the evidence will be collected by the agency, and they'll bring it into the courtroom for the state attorney when it's an appropriate time. And the state attorney will attempt to enter the evidence during the trial or hearing. And from there, once it's entered into evidence, it becomes property of the clerk's office to preserve.
All right, so I remember growing up watching Perry Mason and him pulling out the evidence. So share with us and those who are watching a good story or piece of evidence that we may have here.
All right, one of the nice pieces of evidence that we have that is always a topic of discussion is our broken golf club, where tempers flared a little bit too much on a golf course where there was some slow play accused, and one golfer took a broken golf club to the shoulder.
Interesting. I'm certain that was a very interesting case. So tell us, how long do we have to keep the evidence?
For criminal cases, we need to keep it for a minimum of 3 years. If you go in and are found not guilty today, we need to hold it for 3 years after that fact, and then we can dispose of it. But we will hold evidence for the entire time that someone is serving their sentence in criminal cases.
Okay.
And civil and domestic, we need to wait about 90 days after a final judgment is entered, and then we can start the process of disposal on that end.
So you mentioned disposal. How do we go about disposing of evidence?
With civil and domestic, you'll receive a letter in the mail from us to let you know that you have 30 days to come and pick up your evidence. With criminal, we're able just to dispose of it by the statute, and we'll shred the better majority of our evidence.
Gotcha. So what's the most common evidence that we receive?
It comes in domestic cases with clerk arrearage affidavits.
Okay.
We can get between 25 and 40 of those in any given day, and those are scanned, and their digital copies are part of the case, and that becomes the original exhibit.
So share with us, what's the oddest thing you've received?
There has been many things that have come across our office over the years, but one of the ones that sticks out to me is when we had a plane crash case, a civil case, where there was a plane crash, and they actually brought in plane parts from the case, and they closed down our loading dock to bring a fuselage of a plane to show the jurors during the case.
Wow, now that was very interesting and
Yes.
odd. So thank you again, Chris, and this is a quick behind the scenes of what we do when it comes to handling evidence. So again, thank you all for joining us for this edition of The Slice, and here's a great look at your Orange County Clerk of Courts. Take care, and you have a great day.